The world is oversaturated with show-offs, loaded with egomaniacs who lust for attention and adoration, constantly fighting for the spotlight, never to truly appreciate the darkness. But by casting oneself to the shadows of society, one will truly see it for its true nature. Transfer that to the world of Pokemon, and this remains true. Well, sort of, kind of, not really, maybe. But what is true is that Dark-type was an absolutely necessary addition to the franchise in its debut, since it helped balance out the roster by hard countering the previously broken Psychic type. I am very thankful for that. Now to extend my thanks to the best this type has to offer. These are my 5 favorite Dark-type Pokemon. Hellhounds are some seriously scary monsters, and Houndoom is no exception. I mean, I don't know about you, but if in my early morning walk I cross paths with a dog that looked like this, I would be absolutely terrified. A big black dog with a skull pendant, sharp as hell teeth, and goddamn devil horns. What isn't there to be terrified about? Its dual typing of fire and dark really pays homage to its origins as a canine that rose from the darkness that is the fires of hell. The beauty of Houndoom is that its hellish aura only starts with its typing. For different Pokédex entries imply some seriously disturbing things about Satan's pet. Some games imply that Houndoom's howls were seen by ancient people as a call of the Grim Reaper, while others elaborate on the flames emitted by this demon, describing it as enhanced by toxins that will curse the recipient of the flames with burns whose pain will never go away. Oh man, is that terrifying. Seriously, Game Freak? You put this on a game heavily targeted towards children? Appearances are great and all, but real meat comes from Houndoom's usage. Great attack and solid speed, along with access to many powerful moves and an offensive stab type advantage over some of the most common Pokemon types. Holy hell! Satan is not messing around with his disciples. Youngster Joey and his fellow NPC harassers will tremble in fear at the sight of the Houndbringer of Doom, as those devilish eyes scheme one nasty plot to double their attack power and proceed to stab the enemies with the Horn of Flamethrower and the Horn of Dark Pulse. Along with other moves in their arsenal, the enemy will begin to drop like flies in the Pokemon battlefield. If a simple Hellhound is not enough for your sadistic pleasures, then I suggest using a Mega Stone to unleash hell on all. Oh man, does this thing look like it means business. Houndoom digivolved into a literal demon to destroy everything, cause those stats mean serious danger. The darkness is a master of everything, including razor-sharp blades. Bisharp is living proof of this. Debuting in Pokemon Black and White, this bipedal edgelord is the sharpest void in the Pokeplanet. Bisharp is the textbook definition of an efficient, cold-blooded leader. The following records were found in Pokemon Omega Ruby. They read as follow. This pitiless Pokemon commands a group of poniard to hound prey into immobility. It then moves in to finish the prey off. In Pokemon Ultra Moon, the following document is written about Bisharp. It leads a group of Pawniard. Bisharp doesn't even change its expression when it deals the finishing blow to an opponent. Yeah, there is no other interpretation for this Pokemon other than the fact that it is a ruthless, efficient boss. Now, a big boss needs some serious strength to be a good leader. Well, this Metal Ninja has physical strength in spades, with an attack rivaling those of Gallade, Heracross, and even Gyarados. Yeah, those razor sharp blades are not just for show, but what's even scarier about them are the tools hidden underneath their shells. Those include Iron Head, Night Slash, Knock Off, Sucker Punch, Slash, Brick Break, Shadow Claw, Stone Edge, Pursuit, Swords Dance, Poison Jab, and many more. So many tools really make Bisharp a very diverse attacker, so no Pokemon can challenge it with absolute certainty to eliminate it, and crippling its stats is very counterintuitive, since the Defiant ability would just greatly increase Bisharp's attack after doing so, meaning that in an attempt to weaken it, this beast just became stronger. So in a way, Bisharp is the Pokemon perfectly suited for masochists. Its true potential is only revealed after being crippled. I guess it truly is the edgiest of Pokemon. There are two things that many people fear, those being sharks and torpedoes. And this right here is one scary Pokemon that fuses the two to create one terrifying creature from the deepest depths of mementos. There is a phrase that is often thrown at teens who have romantic problems, and that is, there are many Magikarps in the sea. But I have a rebuttal to that. Two, actually. First, there are many Tentacool in the sea. And second, not every fish is a Magikarp. Some are Sharpedos, scary beasts that drive away the rest of sea life. Now, granted, I can't blame them for wanting to avoid this nautical apex predator. I mean, with bloodshot eyes and razor-sharp teeth like those, it's no wonder this is a Pokemon to be feared. Hell, its Pokédex description in Pokemon Ruby calls it the bully of the seas. And like any serious bully, its raw brute strength delivers a knockout punch. Its physical attack is something to be respected. After all, getting bitten by those razor-sharp dentures is nothing to scoff at, especially when knowing all the enhancement glands found within them. Those glands come in the image of Crunch, Ice Fang, Psychic Fangs, and oh man, so many lethal fangs. It's just best to avoid being near it, since, well, there is a high chance of no coming back from a Sharpedo attack. Think you can outrun it? Fool. You can't outrun a monster with speed boost. So by challenging it, you have confronted a beast both faster and stronger than you. In the worst case scenario that Sharpedo is confronted with an even more powerful opponent, it has this stone right here to respond, further increasing its attack along with the ability Strong Jaw, which will further buff up its teeth for one lethal bite. The chances of surviving the bites are the equivalent of surviving a plane crash. I suggest just accepting your fate. Some may point out Sharpedo's extremely low defenses as a weakness, but I have a rebuttal. Does it matter if the enemy won't even get a chance to land a hit? Yeah, I thought so. Ancient scripture from the Hoenn region told tales of a beast, one that brought disasters and devastation upon its emergence. Its name alone brought an aura of uneasiness to those who heard it. Absol, a beast feared by the ancient, was seen as the cause of disaster. One day, the villagers had enough of this doomsday-like entity and began to hunt it down, ultimately causing it to flee to the harsh Rug Mountains, never to bring a catastrophe to humans ever again. Or so they thought. After further research on Absol in modern day, it has been discovered that it actually was not responsible for impending doom. According to Pokemon biologists, a dissection was performed on an Absol corpse, and it was discovered that its horn has the ability to sense incoming disaster, implying that it didn't bring disaster but rather tried to warn the public of incoming danger. So basically, it's one seriously misunderstood Pokemon. Sounds like an everyday teenager to me, you know, with the whole emo style hair and the edgy nobody understands me persona. Could not be mistaken for anything else. Just make Absol listen to My Chemical Romance and voila, late 2000s teenager. Anyway, enough with the jokes. Let's get into the meat of Absol's true power. The disaster Pokemon's strongest point is its huge physical attack, which rivals that of Mamoswine, Garchomp, and even the legendary Phoenix Ho-Oh, which is a total of 394 with full EVs, full IVs, and a pro attack nature. And stacked on top is the ability Super Luck, which increases the chances of landing critical hits. Oh man, frequent critical hits sounds like a serious pain in the rear. And guess what? It gets even more insane. Absol has the access to moves like Slash, Psycho Cut, Night Slash, Shadow Claw, and Stone Edge, all which alone have a high critical hit ratio. So let's do the math. Absol has a very high attack, an ability that increases the chance of critical hits, and moves that further increase that high critical hit percentage. And also, Absol has the ability to learn Sword Dance. Add it all together, and what do you get? A killing machine. I feel bad for anyone on the receiving end of one of its attacks. But you know who doesn't? Game Freak. Proof Mega Absol. It is faster and stronger than base Absol, thus even more terrifying to confront. Were the ancients right all this time to call this a disaster Pokemon? Because its tools and capabilities sure as hell agree with them. The Chamber of Antimatter is abundant with some really powerful Pokemon, and Tyranitar is the crown king of them all. This can be clearly found within its name, Tyranitar, as in tyrant. Of course, like any despotic ruler, this stone dinosaur has the size, strength, and terror-inducing aura to rightfully proclaim not only its throne of darkness, but its seat as one of the favored pseudo-legendary Pokemon. What started as a petite little larva rock became one almighty behemoth after a long road of battles in harsh mountain regions. After all, strength comes from experience. That's true on any planet. The raw physical strength of Tyranitar has the potential to reach a maximum of 403, rivaling fellow pseudo-legend Dragonite and surpassing X and Y legends Xerneas and Yveltal. Yeah, those claws aren't just for attracting mates, they are designed for total destruction. And to complement its raw grisly strength is an array of lethal attacks. Stone Edge, perfect for Tyranitar due to its high damage stab attack, Earthquake, and always reliable physical attack for total devastation, Iron Head for any pesky little fairies who try to challenge the king, and my favorite, Pursuit, to catch all those who try to flee from Tyranitar, sending everyone else a message on who is in charge around here. It's pretty clear that Tyranitar is already ridiculously strong, so I question the need for it to receive a Mega Stone, because Mega Tyranitar has a 13th highest attack in the Pokemon universe. Paired with superb defenses, this Pokemon went from extremely difficult to challenge to damn near impossible to dent even its armor. This is why I actually love Tyranitar so much. Its massive strength and bulk really helped me through a lot in the post-game challenges in Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver, most notably the dreaded Battle Frontier. I was desperately trying to accumulate enough points for a TM, so I took on many Frontier challenges, and so many times my other two Pokemon would immediately die, leaving Tyranitar all by himself. Yes, my Tyranitar is a male, and despite all the odds against him, this armored Harrier just cleaned house and made me Battle Frontier champion. Even when they rigged the system against me by purposely using Pokemon to counter the Mountain Tyrant. You are the man, Tyranitar. You sure as hell are. Thank you for watching the video to the very end. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, mind dropping in a like, it really helps the channel. If you want to see more from me and are unhappy with my lack of uploads, then check out my Twitch in the description below. I try to stream at least 3 times a week. If you want to follow me on Twitter, there's that below as well. Till next time, adieu.